What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here. In today's video, we are doing the Sepulcher Lost Sector in the Fluorescent Canal on Savathûn's Throne World. This is a Hive Lost Sector, meaning we have Barrier Knights and Unstoppable Ogres. We also have a couple Lucent Hive Lightbearers with a Wizard and an Acolyte. The Acolyte in particular can be a huge pain in the ass. For modifiers, this is a Solar Burn Lost Sector, so solar damage both dealt and received is increased by 50%. We have Arc and Solar Shields. As well, Fire Pit is on, meaning Acolytes spawn fire pools when they die. They also lob solar grenades, so you have to watch out for those. And then, as always, we have Locked Loadout, Match Game, Extra Shields, and Limited Revives. Now that we know what to expect, let's look at the first build. For the first build, we are on Warlock running Void 3.0. We have Vortex Grenades on with the aspects Feed the Void to get Devour when we get an ability kill, and Chaos Accelerant to overcharge our grenades. For fragments, we have Echo of Instability to grant our Void weapons volatile rounds when we get a grenade kill, Echo of Undermining to allow our grenades to weaken enemies, and Echo of Remnants to make our Vortex grenades last longer. For weapons, we have the Ias Luna hand cannon for stopping the unstoppable ogres, Le Monarch for the anti-barrier knights and to chew through adds, and finally the solar rocket launcher Ascendancy. Because of solar burn and explosive light, this rocket puts out huge damage. On the helmet, we have Volatile Flow to make our Le Monarch shoot volatile rounds when we pick up a Void Elemental Well. We have Harmonic Siphon so our Le Monarch can make orbs for us, and also Rocket Launcher Ammo Finder. For gloves, we have the exotic Controverse Hold to allow us to get grenade energy back when we deal damage with our grenade. We have Font of Might to allow Le Monarch to do more damage when we pick up a Void Elemental Well. And then we have Unstoppable Hand Cannon and Piercing Bowstring for the champions. On the robes, we have Concussive Dampener and the Rainbow of Resistance, but Thermoshock Plating is the most important thing here. We also have Melee Wellmaker to make a Void Elemental Well with our melee. On the boots, we have Elemental Ordnance to make an Elemental Well with our grenade, and Rocket Launcher Scavenger for more rockets from a brick, and Invigoration for melee energy back when we pick up an Orb of Power. Finally, on the bond, we have Overload Grenades, Elemental Armaments to make a Void Elemental Well with our Le Monarch, and Lucent Finisher so we get ammo when we finish a Hive Ghost or a champion. And lastly, we are heavily spec'd into Discipline and Recovery for lots of rifts and grenades. So that is the loadout. If some of those mods didn't make sense to you, then you could probably learn something from my mod breakdown video where I break down how every mod in Destiny works. So check that out if you are new to build crafting. If it did make sense, then enjoy the rest of the run and I will see you for the Titan build. For the Titan build, we are once again on Void 3.0 with Vortex Grenades, because why run anything else this season? We have Bastion to give us Overshield when we put down a barricade, and Offensive Bulwark to give us faster ability cooldowns when we have our Overshield up. This will allow us to spam our abilities. For Fragments, we have Echo of Expulsion, so our Void ability kills will cause enemies to explode, Echo of Exchange to grant us grenade energy from melee final blows, and Echo of Undermining so our grenades can weaken enemies. For weapons, we have the Ultimate Shield Deleter in Arbalist, the Solar Pulse Rifle Augma PR6, and the Linear Fusion Rifle Cataclysmic with Bait and Switch. This weapon loadout has insanely great range for playing this Lost Sector extremely safely. So if you are under light, it might be a good play. For armor mods, on the helmet we have Reaping Wellmaker to make a Void Well when we get a weapon kill after casting our barricade. We also have Linear Fusion Rifle Ammo Finder for obvious reasons. On the gloves we have Melee Wellmaker along with Unstoppable Pulse Rifle for stunning the ogres. And we have Bolstering Detonation for getting barricade energy back when we deal damage with our grenade. On the chest piece we have the exotic Heart of Inmost Light, which will further decrease our ability cooldowns for even more ability spam, as well as increasing our ability's damage output. This exotic is so much fun with Void 3.0. We have Elemental Ordnance so our grenade kills can make Void Elemental Wells, and we also have Concussive Dampener and Thermal Shock Plating for survivability. On the boots we have Elemental Charge to become charged with light when we pick up an Elemental Well. We also have Invigoration for melee energy when we pick up an Orb of Power, and Linear Fusion Rifle Scavenger for more ammo per brick. And on the mark we have Overload Grenades to weaken enemy damage output, High Energy Fire to allow our weapons to deal 20% more damage when we are charged with light, and Double Bomber for grenade energy back when we put down a barricade. We are also spec'd into high resilience, discipline, and strength so that we can use our abilities a ton. You want 100 resilience first so you can have lots of shields to activate Heart of Inmost Light and Bastion, and then just spam your abilities. It is great fun. This Lost Sector can be a pain in the middle because there are lots of ads that slowly come out and you have to deal with the Unstoppable Ogre, but even more annoying is the damn Hive Lightbearer. It is the Acolyte with Blade Barrage, so he does solar damage, which is the burn in this Lost Sector, so it will mess you up real quick. He also lobs his Solar Swarm grenades and it is super annoying. For this reason, a Suppression Grenade wouldn't be the worst thing to run to counter his ability spam. And the toughest part is once he is dead, you have to run up and crush his ghost, so that will definitely be the hardest part of this Lost Sector. The boss room is not bad, but there are lots of ads and they spawn constantly, which can be a real pain when trying to focus the Barrier Knights. But overall, it isn't too bad. I am sure you can manage your way through it. But this Lost Sector can definitely be cause for some annoying deaths, so just watch out. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the run, and I will see you for the Hunter build. For the Hunter build, we have Void 3.0 with Vortex Grenades, and then Vanishing Step and Stylish Executioner for our aspects. We have Echo of Undermining for weakening targets with our grenades, Echo of Remnants to allow our grenades to last longer, Echo of Starvation to grant us Devour when we pick up an Orb of Power, and Echo of Leeching to allow melee final blows to start health regeneration. Then we have an awesome weapon loadout with the Adept Hung Jury for dealing with anti-barrier knights, the Enigma Glaive for stunning unstoppables and tearing through adds, and then we have the exotic rocket launcher Galahorn. You can't have a Solar Burn Lost Sector without Galley. For mods, we have Font of Might to allow our glaive to deal more projectile damage when we pick up a Void Elemental Well, Rocket Launcher Ammo Finder for our Galley, and Harmonic Siphon so our glaive projectiles can make orbs to give us Devour. On the gloves, we have Elemental Ordnance to make a well when we get a grenade kill, and then Unstoppable Glaive and Anti-Barrier Scout. On the chest piece, we have the exotic 6 Coyote for double dodges. We have Reaping Wellmaker to make a well after we dodge, and then Thermoshock Plating and Void Damage Resist for survivability. On the boots, we have Volatile Flow to give our glaive projectile volatile rounds when we pick up a Void Well. And then Rocket Launcher Scavenger and Glaive Scavenger just for more ammo when we pick up a brick. And on the cloak, we have Overload Grenades, Suppressing Glaive to suppress enemies with our glaive, which allows us to go invisible off of glaive kills thanks to Stylish Executioner, and Perpetuation to give us dodge energy back when we dodge. However, knowing what I know now after doing all the GMs and stuff, I would 100% just run Suppressing Glaive and Lucent Finisher. It will cost you all 10 of your energy, but trust me, you can basically spam your rocket in this Lost Sector if you do that, because there are 2 light bearers you can get guaranteed ammo from, and Galley is a monster for ad clear, so just spam that instead of doing what I am doing. Regardless, I hope you enjoy the Hunter run playing the build as intended, instead of just firing rockets constantly. But anyways, that is it for the video. You can see I die at the end, and I should have just shot a Galley to avoid an unnecessary death. Regardless, this build is actually great for this Lost Sector. Galley will allow you to rip through this Lost Sector, but that being said, anything with over 4-minute runs isn't the best farm, and the Solar Lightbearer can be a pain in the ass like I mentioned earlier. So yes, you can farm this Lost Sector, but there are definitely quicker and easier ones. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then dropping a like and sub would be greatly appreciated. It is always fun to try new builds on new Lost Sectors, so I still had fun with this one. Happy Lost Sector farming, Guardians, and take care.